And welcome back to my tutorials. I know it's been a very long time in between tutorials, but hopefully this year I'll have a bit more time on my hands to dedicate to filming tutorials and creating looks more regularly. So I've created this look for my first one. As you can see here, I'm not really sure what I'm calling it. It's sort of like a silver classic eye. I wore this particular look exactly as it is to a wedding last year and I got a ton of compliments. So I thought this would be the first one of 2016. So if you'd like to see how I've achieved it, please continue watching. Hi guys, welcome to this week's tutorial. So what I'm going to start off by doing is taking a little bit of sticky tape here. This is just regular tape. And I'm going to be lining that up underneath my lower lashes and just shooting that out in the direction towards my temple. And once again, just on the other eye there, just make sure we're following that same line as our bottom lashes, shooting it out towards the temple. And take your time to make sure that these angles are both the same on both eyes. This might look a bit strange at first, but as we go along, you will realize that it's really beneficial to do this step. Next, I am priming my eyes with Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And this is just going to cancel out any redness or little veins that we might have showing on our eyelids and just give us a blank canvas to work on. And then just go ahead and set that with any face powder that you have close by. Now just taking this soft brown colour here from the 35N palette from Morphe and just taking it on a large fluffy blending brush and applying that in my upper crease area, which is the area above your socket bone. And just putting that in back and forwards motion. This is going to act as our transition colour on both eyes here. You can see that I can be quite sloppy with this. Just make sure that it's really blown out and really blends it out. Now I'm taking this rich brown, almost with a plum undertone, also from the 35N palette. You can use whatever brown that you like. And here you can see where the tape really helps. See how it really allows you to build up the strong intensity of colour in that outer V area as you can pack that colour right up against that tape. And then once you've built up the intensity of colour to a colour that you're happy with, you can start to take it a little higher and then also just into that crease a bit. And then after every step, if we just go back in with that little bit of that soft brown on that large fluffy blending brush and just make sure that we're blending out any harsh edges. Next, the star of the show is this colour Revolt from the Electric palette by Decay. And I'm just wetting a flat brush here with a little bit of Fix Plus, but you can do the same with some eye drops. And this is going to make sure that metallic colour really just is really pigmented on that inner V area. And then as we head out towards the meeting that brown, we're just going to be using lighter strokes and almost like patting motions, just to blend the silver and brown together. And then once again, going back in with that soft brown and just making sure that we're blending away any harsh edges. Now the eyeliner I'm using today is from Maybelline and it's a gel liner and in the shade Blackest Black. And I'm taking that on a small angled brush. Now you can also see where that tape really comes in handy. When we're creating a wing, you can almost use it as a stencil, so draw right up along it, make your wing as big or as small as you're happy with. And you'll see once we remove that tape, you will just have two perfectly even winged liner. There's a little makeup trick for you if you've ever seen one. Next, just putting on a thin coat of your favourite mascara. Mine is Get Big Lashes from Essence. And now we're going in with the star of the show. These are the lashes from Social Eyes and these are in the style Minx 2.0 and these lashes are everything. Whenever I wear them, I always have people complimenting me on my makeup, but really, they're really just complimenting me on these lashes. They are amazing. As you can see, they really do just amp up the drama of this whole look. Now to prime my face, I'm using this Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. A bit random, I know, but I heard from Nikki Tutorials on YouTube that it makes a great face primer, as its main ingredient is glycerin, so it helps your makeup stick to your face. So I gave it a trial, and you know what? It works, so why not? Next, my foundation that I'm using today is the Infallible Matte Foundation from L'Oreal in the shade Honey. And this is a bit of a full coverage foundation. So if you don't actually need a full coverage foundation, or you don't like the look of a true matte foundation, then you might want to try one with a bit of more luminosity to it. But for this particular look, and especially because I was wearing it to a wedding and it needed to last all day and night, I just thought it was the perfect foundation to go in with. And for concealer today, I'm going in with the Advanced Longwear Concealer from Girlee Cosmetics in the shade Medium Light. Now, I really, really like this concealer, as it's just really lightweight, full coverage, and it doesn't crease too easily. So that's really everything that you want in an under eye concealer. I'm not sure if it's available everywhere, but I know on the Gold Coast it is available at the Big Wig. I'm just putting a little bit there on my chin as well to even it out. And then to set that, I'm just going in with this RCMA No Color powder, and this is just a really finely milled powder. So it just sets that really beautifully, but without adding really any coverage to it. Just to help it prevent from creasing. Now for my brows, I have sort of sped this up because it's a little bit boring to watch, but I am using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the colour Medium Brown on a flat angled brush from MAC. And I am going to be doing a full tutorial on how I do brows, if anyone's interested in that. So I'll be doing that over the next few weeks. And now I'm just setting that with this clear brow mascara from Minx, and I think it's called Control Freak, just to keep them in place. Now to do my contouring today, I'm going to be using this Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Now on a fluffy bronzing brush, I'm taking the colour Medium Cocoa to bronze my face and just warm up my complexion around the outside perimeter of my face. And underneath my little gobble, as I call it, which is really just my double chin there. I don't know if anyone else is feeling my pain. And then on my NARS Eater brush, I'm taking the colour Dark Cocoa to contour and just really carve out those cheekbones, as I really wanted a really strong contour for this particular look. And if you do like a really strong contour, this brush is amazing. Now to get that contour just that little bit sharper, because we all know how much I love a good sharp contour, I am just taking a little bit of the light cocoa colour, also from that contour palette, and just putting that underneath and carving out that contour there. Letting it sit for probably 30 seconds and then blending it away. And this is just going to almost like do a reverse contour and just make sure that's a really sharp line. Make sure my cheekbones are sharp enough to cut a bitch. Next is lining my eyes with this gel liner from Essence. I'm just lining my bottom and upper waterline. And now just blending it out with that same rich brown colour that we used before on our outer V of our eyes, just on a flat angled brush. Now I am smoking it out more towards the outer half of my eye, and this is just going to give that real almond eye shape. And then using the soft brown colour, just blending that all out, just smoking it out a little bit more. Make sure there's no harsh lines. Now just adding a little inner corner highlight with the colour Shroom by MAC. And I always think of highlighting just as sort of like adding like a little light bulb to little areas of your face that you want highlighted. And now for blush, I'm using this gorgeous blush from Milani, and this is in the shade Berry Amore. If you've never tried these blushes, they are amazing, and if you know anyone who's going over to the States, ask them to get it because it's just from the drugstore, so it's very inexpensive and they're really beautiful. Next, just highlighting my cheeks with Soft and Gentle by MAC. A little bit above my eyebrows just to give them a bit of a lift. Also just on the very end of my nose and my Cupid's bow here, and this is just really going to accentuate that top lip and make it appear more full. And now just to thin out my nose, I'm just giving a very slight contour with the colour Medium Cocoa from the contour palette. To finish it off, I'm using Oh So Matte, which is basically just like a very matte nude lipstick from Essence. And that's the completed look. And now I am going to do the part of the video where I pose for the camera and you can take a closer look at the makeup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.